what's coming up next.
Welcome, bitches.
Welcome to the Cage Against the Machine podcast. I am your host, Adam Harvin. Today's guest, Blake Fortner,
Thank you for having me, sir.
the comedian. Today, we are watching the 1989 R-rated war drama, Time to Kill, starring, of course, Nick Cage. It is on YouTube, the full movie, always a good sign. So if you want to get that to YouTube and get it synced up, we'll give you a 10 count. But before that, a word from our sponsors.
I'll be darned too. What the heck is going on around here? I'm all year long. Whoa. I don't understand. Yeah. That's all right. Yeah. Little girl, get her hold out. Pachinko.
Thank you.
All right, and we are back. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I said 10 count, but as you can see from the intro,
Just like a movie about Gandhi.
dude, it looks like a documentary that you
Is
probably
Nick
shouldn't
Cage
be watching.
playing Gandhi? Because I'd watch that.
No, this is definitely not Gandhi. So this is an Italian movie that, like, Nick Cage filmed in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, I can hear him dropping spaghetti in the soundtrack.
Yeah,
I can
because
hear it.
he's you might pull that mic forward a little bit, but I got him turned down a little bit.
Okay, let me get close.
But yeah, it's an Italian movie from an Italian writer and director.
Just from the opening credits, it looks like I shouldn't be about to watch this.
Yeah, that's what I said. When I picked this movie specifically for Blake, because I was like, he's the only comedian that is going to not be worried about getting canceled and watching this movie with me, because it is going to be problematic.
This is definitely South Africa. You can tell by the white man.
I think, yeah.
Like, why are all these black men in their own country? I don't like it.
So Nick Cage does hard R in this, and I'm not talking about what's eating Gilbert Grape.
If there's one Nick Cage I like, it's hard R Nick Cage. That's what I like.
No,
It looked like the opening credits just looked like a 1950s movie.
well, so
This is about to rob a railroad
yeah. Well, I mean, it's 1989. It's pretty old.
in a country where they're building their first railroad. I don't like it.
Yeah, opening credits is a little long.
Everyone's got un-English names.
Yeah, it's all Italian people making this. And
Guido, I can tell from Guido.
And I don't think. Well, Nick Cage is Italian. But,
he?
Yeah, he's Francis Ford Coppola's nephew.
Is he like full Italian or Italian and something else?
I mean, I think he's pretty Italian with Coppola.
he's half Italian, half Cage.
His real last name's Coppola, so Cage is a stage name. His toothache is killing him, so he's getting the fuck out of there. So this is about Italian soldiers taking over Zimbabwe. Or Ethiopia, I think. I don't know, Zimbabwe,
They're all
Ethiopia.
fucking same.
One of them. It's going to be super high quality.
I can tell. It's my boy.
Nice. A toothache.
No. I feel like that's something people can't prove.
You got all the fuss in there. Guys down. Anyway, that's what they say.
It doesn't look like that dude's voice was dubbed.
That
That's Burt Reynolds talking.
Nick Cage scream. I think we got a drink on that one.
It was a little convincing too. Watch it!
Yeah, that's the magic of Nick Cage.
If he would have talked to Keanu Reeves before the movie Speed, the movie would have been so much better.
Keanu Reeves he's got to have like some sort of record for like the most money made without talking as an actor.
You really think the war's coming to an end? That's what they say.
Yeah, you're
What are these
fighting an
accents?
African country. Yeah, they're like Americans doing dubs over
Lieutenant Silvestri's
Italian people. Well, they might not be Americans. They'll be Italian speaking English.
I feel like it's English speaking English trying to sound Italian.
Yeah.
It
It's
sounds
hard to tell.
It sounds like Brad Pitt from Inglourious Bastards a little bit.
There,
Arrivederci.
yeah. there was a chick in one of the last ones we watched in 211 where we could never decide what type of accent she was trying to do. It was like Israeli, Russian.
And a lot of those cultures, women aren't allowed to talk.
Yeah.
You know, which some would say is a negative. But I think, the grass is always greener.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Shout out to Women's...
Especially when you're in the desert.
Shout out to Women's History Month or whatever.
International Women's Day.
Yeah. Oh, good. Friggin' butt
Saw a
naked children in this
toddler.
one.
Naked kids.
This is going to be problematic. I'm telling you. This podcast could use a little controversy.
Like, you look close
Get our
enough to
numbers
18.
up.
Get naked
Yeah.
on camera for us.
I don't think they were too worried about that on this film.
Then write me up a full report.
You just see Subway. You see that Jarrett from Subway talking to this little African boy.
I did my Jared from Subway joke.
Yeah. Did you?
It bombed super hard.
Did it?
It's like the only big dead spot in my set.
Really?
Look at that mustache. He's getting all that I'm not allowed to talk in public pussy. He's getting it.
Yeah. Sometimes these terrible movies are the best one for the podcast, though.
Because the dialogue's so bad, you can just talk over it. You're not really
Oh,
missing
yeah.
anything.
We did not do justice to, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. We talked to that whole fucking thing.
You missed a spot, dog.
Oh, that's a handsome man there. I was about to say that's a strange looking dog.
When I think of sexy, I think crows and stray dogs.
Yeah,
That's what gets me in the mood.
that's a strange looking dog there.
If anything else kills a stray dog, I can't come. Unless it's a crow.
Nice. Nick Cage has a pet crow.
Really? They're fucking smart.
Yeah.
They're about as smart as parrots. They just don't have the vocal capability to just talk.
You know a lot about birds.
I'm a big
That's-
animal guy. I'm a huge animal guy.
Nice.
I love getting high and watching documentaries.
I like getting high with my animals and
Hey.
giving them edibles. It's fun.
Depends on the animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is terrible quality before the 80s even.
I'm saying, this looks like a 1960s movie.
Yeah, it's like this. I think they didn't have the film.
I'm pretty sure that's Charlie Chaplin talking right now. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Nick Cage.
He's hunting for a mummy.
This is handsome 80s Nick Cage. Are we
It's like
doing
back in the day, when you would have fucked Nick Cage without getting drunk first.
Yeah,
Even though you should, because
Before.
it's an even playing field if you do.
before he bangs exclusively Asian ladies.
I mean, when you're looking for maps, who else are you going to fuck besides Asian ladies?
Think think
John
it's
Voight? I'm
Yeah.
not fucking John Voight.
Are we gonna have a flashback situation?
I thought he was about to roll his own cigarette. They did that back then.
Oh, I bet we're gonna do a flashback in an '80s movie. That's nuts. His hand's fucked up. He was missing for a while.
I feel like this is going to be important because it had nothing to do with what happened before that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
The fuck is
First
that?
pocket pussy. They're heating it up. Oh, God.
Oh,
They make you eat it before you fuck it?
is it going to hurt? I like how he talked like that. He didn't even investigate. Nick Cage scream, take a drink. With the overacting.
There's been, like, kind of none acting in this movie.
There hadn't been much going on yet. You went to a dentist in Africa. That's never a good call. Now, there are some other Nick Cage podcasts out there, but I guarantee none of them have done Time to Kill yet.
I didn't even know this existed.
I know. That's the thing is, like, if you do the Rotten Tomatoes list, it says Nick Cage has like 90 movies, but there's like 200. 'Cause
God damn.
If you count all the kids' movies and the ones where he's not the star, there's a lot.
It feels like he is a star in this one.
Oh, he is the star in this one, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't remember this movie.
Now, there are some 80s movies that are like good ones that he's in the like mid to late 80s that kind of looking forward to watching. One, he's like on a row team, on a crew team or whatever the fuck it's called.
I'd like to see Nick Cage row a boat.
Yeah. Oh, Nick Cage in his head. I don't know if we should put that on the drinking game or not.
I am.
Yeah, that was weird. It seems like that happens in like Ghost Rider or something, though.
He always has that weird face when he's thinking about something that happened in the past.
Thing is all one piece.
No, we did get a flashback.
Is your toothache gone?
But I say, is this a flashback?
Yeah, they flash back to this is before he got to the. He's got a toothache still. This was filmed in Zimbabwe and in
Oh, it was
Spain.
on location?
Yeah,
In Zimbabwe?
they're in Spain.
I was about to say, that looks like a dope ass set for the fucking late 80s.
Yeah.
But they're in Zimbabwe, so minus
Yeah.
the point.
Yeah.
Take it back.
Italy's probably not too far from there, so.
Why is he just. He kicked him.
I don't think there's any.
I feel like he took this movie just to kick foreigners.
Yeah.
So Nick Cage would do it.
Oh, he's going to do more than kick them. Like, yeah, I don't think there's any lions or anything.
I mean, he got starvation, but you know,
Yeah.
you can figure that out. Just pretty black kids to eat.
Oh, yeah, it is supposed to be Ethiopia. So this takes place in 1935 when Benito Mussolini is invading Ethiopia, I believe for the second time.
Mussolini. Okay.
Yeah. And Hitler is actually on the other side of this where he's funding Ethiopia, like giving them weapons so they can fight Italy. Which Italy was real strange back then too, because like,
which is really weird. Well, actually, it's not weird because Italians look way more Jewish than Ethiopians.
Yeah, but so Italy was split though because there were Italians fighting on both sides of the Spanish Civil War at that time. So like it's because they were like Spain and Italy and all of them were having this communist versus fascist and all kinds of bullshit like that going on.
I don't know what his accent is.
Thank you.
They just played the Scarface music when he had him a cigarette.
I mean, the Scarface music might come from Italy. Yeah,
that's it right there.
Yeah.
That is the Scarface music. Which I understand, but when you're doing a movie about war and you play it when you hand them a cigarette where there's no one around, it loses meaning a little bit. Shitty cinematography.
He's probably drunk. It's an Italian dude.
I kept wondering why he wished me good luck like that.
Look at that video quality. Those mountains just look like shit.
He didn't look like a lawyer. He's more like a student. I'm in a class. Do you mean? I'm not sure. Something about his face.
They had zero lights going on in this.
So you can't even see his eyes.
Yeah.
Kind of calmed down a bit.
Oh, nice.
Nice and tasty. Yeah.
Something tells me that's probably a real horse.
They didn't give a fuck back then, bro.
Yeah, they didn't give a shit.
Let's kill a horse. So
Yeah.
it's a 3-second scene, real quick. You know when Milo and Otis, that scene where
They killed like 20
Milo,
cats.
yeah, they kill like 20 cats.
Yeah.
When I first read that, I was like, oh my god.
It was filmed in Japan and like dubbed over in the United States.
I didn't know they killed that many cats on that one
I wonder
scene.
what the movie is in Japan. If it is like
fucking knows?
Milo and Otis, or if it's a completely different movie.
It's probably just like a pornographic snuff film over there,
Yeah,
I would assume.
it's like the first "Don't fuck with cats."
Because if you're Japanese and you see a cat go over a waterfall, you're gonna get hard.
I wonder if the people from "Don't fuck with cats" know about Milo and Otis. They should hunt those
They
motherfuckers
probably
down.
do. That's like we're not re-releasing it.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie on TV. Now I'm thinking about it.
Oh, really? Probably not. You know what wasn't for a long time was Powder.
I don't know what that is.
So yeah, you're a little young for Powder. It's
I'm old enough for powder.
Yeah.
Give me some cocaine.
So they
That's the face you make when you just buy cocaine. You're like,
they
I'm
cut
late.
this out of the movie in UK.
Because the gecko's smoking? That
Look
is
at
a
that shit.
gecko. That's a chameleon. I'm dumbass. The chameleon's
Because-
smoking.
Shit, what was I saying before that?
That when chameleons get lung cancer, it's way cooler than when grown women get lung cancer.
That'd be cool if he changed colors from
But
smoking.
not quite as sexy. Yeah.
if he changed colors like smoke.
He's turned black. It's
Yeah.
cutting my lung.
Oh, Nick Cage.
I feel like
Prop
he might
fall.
just fell an accent
Yeah.
and kept in the movie.
What was I saying before that lizard started smoking? I fucking forgot. We were on Milo and Otis.
You can't get more specific than lizard start smoking. So
Yeah.
I don't know what else to give
There's
you to
noise.
trigger that thought.
Yeah, Don't Fuck with Cats episode or season 2. They go
nice
after some
waterfall.
Japanese old dude.
He's like, I ain't got time to find pussy to fuck in this waterfall.
I think that's about to happen.
Oh, really? I guess he does have time. Shit.
Yeah.
A little Sacagawea situation, you know?
Little Mermaid.
Well, Lewis and Clark, minus all the bad stuff.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. It's weird because, like, I know Star Trek had, like, the first interracial kiss,
Oh, yeah.
but this looks like it was filmed before Star Trek. So I'm like, I don't even know if they're allowed to kiss or not.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, when was Star
That
Trek?
looks like the dude from The Longest Yard that was in the showers all the time, the black dude.
Caretaker? Or no?
No,
Oh, look,
no,
he's like,
the
yeah.
gay dude.
Oh.
No, not from Longest Yard. The dude who, we saw Leprechaun, that viral video.
I'm trying to think of the fucking thing.
I think I remembered it all wrong. So that's on me, not you.
Excuse me. San Francisco, this way. I've lost the path.
Uh-oh.
God damn, Nick.
Stoic Nick Cage.
That hairy chest.
That's an 80s fit right there.
It really is.
This is before all the movie stars were doing roids.
She might have been on him. Yeah.
Do what?
She might have been on him.
Yeah. I don't think so. Titties! My voice is messed up. I can't say titties right now. Titties!
With all due respect to her, those are the least.
Those are Ethiopian titties for sure.
I mean,
Authentic.
look, I have a subscription to National Geographic.
Yeah.
I've seen some good Ethiopian titties.
Well, I
That
think
looks like who you would grab to help you hunt the baboons.
we just got some bush on this podcast. That's a first.
First for the bush.
First bush, I think, on
You
the
got
podcast.
a drink for the first
Yeah.
bush, I think. Yeah.
Those are definitely not Nigerian titties.
Sorry, I'm drinking Bud for the first
If I learned
bush.
anything from National Geographic's Ethiopia, Nigeria.
It's that black women love to be naked. That's what I learned from National Geographic. No, it's that fucking titties. Titties look weird when you don't wear a bra your whole life. That's one thing I did learn from National
they can,
Geographic.
yeah.
No, they will.
Oh, when they get old, yeah.
Yeah. As soon as you hit about 35 with no bras, it's, you know, you got to tuck in the pocket or it's going to hit you in the labia. You got to figure it out.
Nick Cage, don't mind me. I'm just looking around for
Nick Cage
witnesses.
was fucking buff right there.
He was, yeah. He was supposed to be
He's
Superman.
about to fight for the fucking lightweight championship.
Yeah. Nick Cage is checking to see if there's any witnesses around. Probably should have ran when you had your chance.
Let me see.
That
them,
is the one good thing Ethiopians are known for.
Let me see them A cups.
Jeez, there's
It's got a nice butt. It's got that butt on it.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Nick Cage doing hard R.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
This girl
Boy,
looks like she's legit from Africa and has no idea
Oh,
what's
yeah.
going on.
So you want to be in a movie there? What is movie?
Let the white man touch you and don't say anything. You get all the food you want. It's like, yeah, that's the producer's notes. Don't read it. Is Nick Cage about to get nasty on our YouTube?
That's what I told you.
He's spreading the bush. What is this?
Oh man, we're getting canceled for this.
We're getting Cage canceled.
Oh. Is this going to be
This
worse
is,
than Last House on the Left? Or have you seen that?
yeah, but
That is okay. That's not as bad.
we say just brush past. She was
Yeah.
obviously not into it whatsoever.
Yeah,
she was
but
like,
on
let's
the
get
Last
this
House
over.
on the Left, it is like a 6-minute scene.
That's basically the whole movie.
Yeah, and it's traumatizing.
They're gonna make that scene
The only
super
thing that's
realistic.
worse, I don't know if you've ever seen "I Spit on Your Grave."
I actually haven't, but I've heard of it.
The original one, it's like 4 rape scenes that is like
Have you ever?
like it's literally like 20 minutes of rape.
It's like Clockwork Orange, but just it's orange
well,
all the time.
She keeps running into the same guys. She's running away, and like she runs to a cabin, and it's just their cabin.
It's like you think you take a fucking left.
Yeah.
Quit taking these goddamn rights.
It's like a Ben Stiller movie, but with rape.
Along came Polly.
Yeah, you just keep fucking up.
She cut my dick off after I raped her. She fucking hates Nick Cage.
So he's trying to be nice to her afterwards to make it seem like he didn't just do it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
You liked it.
That's the charm of Nick Cage.
What's
you know?
that?
He could rape you, and then afterwards he's like, "Let me pull out this book. Help
Have
you
you
find
heard-
this national treasure."
Have you heard that? I think it's a Patrice O'Neill bit where he's like, when you get that "I didn't rape you" text the next day, when he's like, "Oh, I had a good time." It's like,
Honestly, I've heard that bit.
you haven't?
I've heard it, but
Yeah,
it
Patrice.
sounds amazing.
It's Patrice O'Neill. He's like, best feeling when you get that the next day or later that night when you get that text from a chick that's, "I had a good time." This is like the "I didn't rape you" text.
I know that bit where he's talking about like why he doesn't litter. Have you heard that? Because like if he gets lazy and throws like a Coke can, over the hill,
Yeah.
then it might land beside like a dead white lady's head.
Oh yeah.
And all of a sudden we got the Coca-Cola rapist.
Yeah, I think I have seen that.
I raped her by herself. She was super special.
She didn't even bite or anything.
Well, they usually have their clits, cut off at birth over there in that continent.
We got like a full 4 seconds of bush in a Nick Cage movie.
African bush.
Yeah.
That's that real bush. That's that bush you actually need something to get through it, Yeah. Need something to get through it.
Now, now he's got to explain why this chick's following him.
I don't know what they paid her, but it seems like it was life-changing because she is all into this. Dude, what is happening in this movie?
Oh.
The goats are watching.
True love story.
It really is. I feel like Nick's gonna treat her right,
Yeah. I like how the main plot of the movie is he has a toothache. Fucking.
I still don't know
Gut-
the plot of this
yeah, it's
movie.
like
I don't know what
trying to
war
fix
this
this-
is. I don't know
trying to
who's
get to the
fighting who
dentist.
for what. All I know is Nick Cage is out there raping black girls.
Oh, we got some wild.
And then they give him eggs.
What type of eggs are those?
They're small, so I would assume chicken.
I have chickens
chicken.
in Africa.
That looks like a
There
chicken.
ain't no chickens just roaming
Well,
Africa.
I mean, what the fuck else is laying eggs besides the ostriches? I know that's not an ostrich egg. That's way too small.
I don't know, snakes. Is he eating a snake egg? That makes sense in
I
Africa.
think they got a few birds that lay like normal size eggs. I just have no idea what they're called because I'm from America.
Yeah. What are the odds that chick's still alive in real life here? You know what I'm saying?
in real life there. She stayed in Zimbabwe.
that's what I'm saying.
You can tell she did not leave the country after this movie was filmed. She's like, I'm done.
Nick Cage somehow made it out of Zimbabwe without AIDS. They dude, and we watched Warlord on here. Have you seen that? Or Lord of War, I mean. Yeah, there's like 2 African prostitutes that this dude gives to Nick Cage, and he's like has to say no because it's like 70% AIDS over there.
When did that movie come out?
In 2005 or 6, something like that.
That was like the high, not the AIDS crisis, but the AIDS joke surplus. You know?
Oh yeah.
Mid 2000s, so many AIDS jokes all over the place.
Some B-roll footage. They're at a fucking zoo. I'm not Crocodile Dundee, bitch.
You're on a cliff.
Finally found the leg.
I don't know if you've ever seen crocodiles on land, but they're super slow. You can just walk away from them.
Better button up that shirt. Or run into her dad and be like, what did you two just do?
You know what I did. I feel like she actually might have made that fire.
Yeah. I'll show y'all how to do this shit.
So let me grab them.
Damn, Nick Cage. Didn't do Tiffany Haddish like that.
Sure.
I forgot to mention that in the fucking when we watched The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. That Tiffany, I forgot to tell the story about Tiffany Haddish saying that the first time she had an orgasm, she was watching Face Off and got finger banged watching Face Off.
Oh God!
And that she said
that's like the worst movie to get finger banged
yeah.
to. That
She said she had an orgasm and looked up and saw Nick Cage's face.
That's not a real owl. It's a fake owl.
Oh. Owls are creepy. They're probably the creepiest birds.
Why are his pants so loose at the top above the belt? It makes me uncomfortable.
They didn't have elastic. That's why they're in Ethiopia. That's why they were in the Congo trying to get rubber.
They're still on elastics. Yeah, Ethiopia has no rubber. We took all of it. That's why they have AIDS.
That's what the story of Congo is. Of fucking...
Yeah, rubber.
Yeah.
Well, some parts of Congo, like the middle of the Congo,
That's
people still don't go because it's just straight
Georgia's
jungle. Straight jungle.
Wait,
That's where
what's
the
other
dinosaurs are at.
Wait, which one? Not Georgia Jungle. What's the other one? Tarzan. Yeah. That's the story of Tarzan.
Is Tarzan? Well,
Tarzan
I guess
place-
it would be because it's got the
King
Congo
Leopold.
silver.
Yeah, King
silverback
Leopold,
gorillas,
and they leave out the parts where they chop their fucking hands off when they don't come back with enough rubber.
Yeah. Would have been a downer.
Yeah.
It's hard to jerk off when they're cutting off hands.
It was like a puppet hyena.
First of all, if you know anything about hyenas, they do not go into the jungle. They stay on the safari.
Did you just hit her with a ricochet?
That's my baby. That's his baby.
What movie is it where he's like, did you get hit by a ricochet? I forgot what fucking movie that is.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the fucking movie. God, I don't know. I know that exact line though. I can hear it in my head.
I can't
Did
think
you
of who it
get
is
hit
either.
by a ricochet?
Pull the four corners of the table together and tighten
Oh, he just killed her. Nobody.
Every time he talks, it sounds like he just got done doing like 20 burpees and washed it down with like a glass of whiskey. And he's like, yeah, I don't know.
Man, it's like a Ben Stiller movie. Ah, shit.
I don't know. I used to talk shit on Ben Stiller, but he's actually really talented. He wrote a lot of his scripts.
Oh, yeah.
Ben Stiller, not Nick Cage.
Well, the thing about this movie is I'm pretty sure he doesn't speak Italian, so they probably...
He hasn't tried. He's like, fuck Italian. We're just going to speak English in Africa for no reason.
Yeah, so
People
this
are
is
gonna
probably
be okay
getting...
with it.
In Italy, his voice is probably the only one that's dubbed.
You can tell his voice on dub. You can tell it's Nick Cage. You can tell it's fucking
Nick Cage narrating over Nick Cage is a drink. That's a drink. Oh. That would have got rid of the evidence. Well, he's real. This is 1980 CSI shit.
Who the fuck is going to come investigating blood in the middle of Africa?
Yeah.
Nobody. Except the people trying to make AIDS.
I mean, there's a witch doctor that might want to know what's up.
Yeah, he's like, I got to deal with the government. They want a new super virus. I got this thing called AIDS.
It was called Grids back then.
So I think this is really just like a documentary of Nick Cage starting AIDS. That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
Look at his hand. You don't wrap your hand like that unless you jacked off with AIDS.
Well, he started it, but then when they got to America, they called it Grids for the first 20 years. As gay-related immune disease.
Really?
Yeah. Did you not know that?
Oh, I did not know that.
Because at first it was like only gay people were getting it, or so they thought. So they were calling it Grids.
Huh. That's fucking...
It felt like an African cult.
Looks like it.
It was like, don't go back there about 100 feet in the woods.
I hate to be this guy, but I gotta pee real quick.
Do what?
I gotta pee real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
So where's the bathroom at?
You can either go in the house or right outside the door, or whatever you want to do.
Okay. How do I get in the house from here?
Just in the back door.
I'll just piss out the door.
Yeah.
I'll just piss out the door.
Nice. Oh, milk all. Oh, shit. It's not a good time to get a letter from your wife. So they just did mail call, and he got a letter from his wife.
So you been fucking eating black bitches? He's like, not fucking raping. Ask him. Ask about me.
Oh, it's Moses.
I'm pretty sure that's Gandhi. It's one of the two.
I think he was Indian, but...
If Moses and Gandhi had a baby, that baby gets so much puss. You know?
I think Gandhi actually did get
that's
quite a bit
Italian
of...
flag, ain't it?
Isn't Gandhi... Yeah.
The red, white, and
Yeah, they're
green
Italians.
with the symbol
It's
in the middle of the
Italian
white. Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure, isn't Gandhi the one that
Used to sleep beside naked Indian women to test his
himself? Yeah.
test his what is
Sure.
it called when you don't fuck? Abstinence or whatever?
Yeah, but he's like, oh shit, I lost again. Like, fuck. My bad.
To challenge his chastity.
Yeah. His titty fucking 12 chicks.
If I wanted to prove people I didn't fuck, I would just be like, hey, all the underage girls sleep next to me naked.
Yeah.
You know? And then let's make a Nick Cage movie.
Oh, there's probably some in Japan that haven't released.
I still don't know exactly what this movie's about.
It's about that toothache. Getting the dishes. when your tooth hurts so bad you just want to go out and rape some people.
I know a toothache, a rape, and they're in the desert.
Yeah.
That's all I know. That's all I know so
And
far.
Benito Mussolini.
And it's Italian for some
Yeah,
reason.
and Benito Mussolini is killing Africans.
Italians don't even like the desert. There's no bread. There's no bread in the desert.
Oh yeah. Oh snap!
Looks like a skinny Sylvester Stallone kind of.
That's the guy that gave
That's
him
a skinny
directions.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. I mean, he's Italian too. Italian stallion.
Mussolini killed Rocky.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Well, there's this horse. Oh, now
I
they're
never got like the boots up to your fucking top of your calf. How does that help you walk better?
it's for like snake bites and shit.
You could wear. I guess that makes sense. They got Kevlar and bulletproof.
Oh man,
armor.
this is fucked up. This is the first on the podcast too. A lynching.
This is the first time you've seen a black guy die in a Nick Cage movie on your podcast?
That's probably not, but it's the lynching.
In Africa, too. He looked like he wasn't even really black. He was Native American. That's why they lynched him.
Yeah.
He wasn't real black. He was fake black. Nick's just like, God, I gotta find somewhere to beat off
Nick
real
Cage-
quick. I
Nick
gotta
Cage-
find somewhere to rub this out.
Nick Cage
That's it.
added that to the movie. He's like, let me show you what we did to him back in the old US of A. That is another first. He's like, don't go over there. There's like 6 hyenas trying to dig up the rocks.
I'm pretty sure I've been to that river. And let me just tell you, I did not see Nick Cage.
Nice.
But I saw a lot of sad black girls, so I assumed Nick Cage had been there.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I think he won her over after the first one.
Was that like Stockholm Syndrome?
Yeah,
What's
it
that
was
called?
Stockholm Syndrome.
Like captive becomes like
That-
someone you're
I think there
you're in
is
love with.
like
Because it's one of those, like, they made it a point to show that she was not into it the first time.
what there
And
was
then the very next scene, they were cool with each other. I'm like, you're not going to be cool with someone who just raped you 10 seconds ago.
yeah there is. I heard. Was it a video that I watched or art?
Look at this.
I
The
heard,
sweat stains are real, though. Look at
Yeah.
that fucking thing.
but they were talking about girls that have orgasms like during rape.
Listen to him talk right now. Who are you? What is your name? He sounds like,
Oh, did he dig up her body?
I think he's just digging. You know, they found like grubs and
Oh,
worms.
back to
and
the
shit
scene
to
of the
eat.
crime. Yeah, he's like, oh, get a chub.
He kind of sounds like a rapist Buzz Lightyear. He's like, what are you doing? Yeah.
I mean, Tim Allen's probably got some bodies on him.
To infinity and beyond. The
He
jurors.
definitely. Do you know? I think he did like 5 years for coke.
It would fucking surprise me.
Yeah, I'm
It
pretty
really
sure.
wouldn't surprise me at all.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Tim Allen did like 5 years in jail for cocaine.
It's Tool Top.
Yeah. He was. You think him and you don't think he tried to get Pam Anderson to do a little coke?
I mean, who wouldn't? You know.
She wasn't on it very long though, was she? She's
She's on it long enough to get me to jerk off to
I
her
think
posters.
she was on like the first 1 or 2 episodes, and they changed her, or maybe the first season.
Of what? Baywatch?
No, Tool Time.
I've never even seen her on Tool Top.
There was a hot chick at the front of
Home Improvement?
Yeah,
I don't remember Home Improvement.
there's
at
a
all.
hot chick on part of the show,
I'm not well versed in Home
like a
Improvement,
Jeopardy
so-
chick. Oh, I grew up on Home Improvement. I love that shit. But there was like a hot Jeopardy chick that like presented the tools and shit. And I'm pretty sure, I think it might have just been one episode that she was it.
Hey, that's enough.
Oh, this kid's a witness. Look at him.
That kid wants to kill somebody.
He's like,
You see
I
his
saw,
face?
I saw what you did.
He's like, bro,
Said I was hiding in those bushes.
I can
over
white
there."
people for a living. This sounds more Russian than fucking Italian, dude. And there's just a weird Spanish guy from a mariachi band in the group for some reason.
Oh shit! Like I saw what you did to my mom.
You raped
motherfucker.
I was like, you raped my sister. He marching up like he got a point to prove. And then they just skip past it. What is the point of showing that if there's... Yeah. This is a shit movie.
Had a toothache. Oh yeah.
I got toothache watching this fucking
This has an
movie. Jesus
IMDb
Christ.
rating of 5.1 out of 10, which is kind of over the level on
I
some of
thought
this
you were going
shit.
to say like a 5.1 just out of like 100. Like
No.
5.1%.
No, so
I'm just getting a 5 out of 10. How?
yeah, I don't know, but the
There's
rotten,
literally no plot.
lot of Italians.
There's-
the Rotten Tomatoes score has a 0, which I mean it was just blank, so they never reviewed this one, but it has an audience score of 20%. I think that may be the lowest one we've done on the show. 20% is pretty low.
Like I said, we're halfway through. I have no idea what it's about. There's a war in a desert somewhere, and Nick Cage is raping people and getting awards. That's all I know.
Was it an award or is his wife pregnant?
Either way, it was a cheery celebration, you know. And salute. It just sounds Russian or German. It doesn't sound Italian.
We need to get Marcos Saputo over here
And
to
then Nick Cage just sounds like he fucking got lost in a bay in Louisiana.
yeah.
He's just adrift in the Gulf of Mexico.
Ah, that's overacting. Take a drink. I'm in love with my wife. Did it just show another butt
You
naked
know
kid?
Nick Cage hates all women. You know that. I can tell by his hairline. He hates all women.
His hairline?
I can tell. So I raped her. He's basically admitting he just raped the... Did you not hear the dialogue?
Listening to me, I'm not talking about afterwards.
Oh no, the guy's behind him. They're going, that shit doesn't have no rhythm.
That boy get pussy though. You can tell. Nick Cage, like, let me get some of this game. Let me grab on his shoulder.
Damn, we're going to get first dude on dude Nick Cage action too.
Boy. I feel like there's been quite a few firsts.
Yeah.
in this one.
Well, this guy's going to whip him with a stick.
Black socks with the brown shoes and black belt. That's tacky. Tacky. Ask Nick Cage. He knows. All day, every day. I drink vodka like it's pussy juice. That's Nick Cage's motto.
Nice.
And then I pour it in the pussy, so it is pussy juice.
Maybe that's what this is. This is like the Tropic Thunder of the 80s.
Where's the humor? There's nothing here.
Oh shit! Those guys had some sweet hats on. Well, they put him in the hole.
I don't know what this is.
They're gonna put them in that closet together.
Make it straightforward. No bullshit answer out of you. Both of you. Otherwise, I'll put you up for charges.
The fuck is going on right here?
Cognac or Italian rubber?
It's so obviously overdubbed.
Yeah. I mean, some parts.
It's a bad. It's a bad fucking movie.
That was a good prank. Good prank. Fucking
You just
got
give
you.
them cigars?
Got you idiots.
Here's some cigars, bro. Just smoke up.
Ashamed of yourself. Come on. Hell with it. Drink up.
There's still quite a bit
Cheers,
of movie
bro.
left. I feel like we got a lot of action up front. Starting to.
Like, there's no structure. There's no, like, fucking setup. There's no climax. It's just this dude in Africa, in some part of Africa, raping black girls.
Bravo. To hell with all that wash the dishes, wipe your ass, family bullshit. He is. Wings, David! Give me wings, I give you my soul.
Nice.
It sounded like halfway through the sentence he forgot he was supposed to be Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what they said that's funny.
Something about Nietzsche.
I don't think that was the joke, though, was it?
I think that was the joke.
It had to be something about Nietzsche fucked boys.
Nietzsche didn't fuck boys.
Did he not?
He fucked young men.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, when you study
Did he actually fuck boys out?
almost all of those old philosophers did.
I know, like,
I'm
I
pretty
know,
sure-
like, the emperors stuff, like Nero and Caligula and all them people did, but I
pretty
didn't
sure
know, like, the
Al-
actual philosophers.
I'm
Like,
pretty sure Alexander the Great was getting pounded out.
he seemed like he got down with the clown.
He seemed like
you
he's
know?
like the first non-binary, and was like, "I'm going to take over the world, motherfuckers."
I could see that.
Because I
guess I
forget
can-
who was his teacher, but I don't remember which one is his
Was he?
pedophile. I mean, philosopher.
I don't know enough about the Greek and Roman history to throw out names, but
I just mix them all up. I'm not for sure which one it was. But if you look into like Alexander the Great's early years, they're talking about how like he's feminine and shit like that, and how he spent so much time with whichever one the fucking
I mean,
ones.
if you look at the sculptures, it's like, yeah, I definitely would have fucked. You know,
Oh yeah,
like look at that tight little ass, like Alexander the Great. Great man, a minuscule asshole. So that's what I look for in a girl. Great gal,
it was Aristotle.
tiny asshole.
Yeah, it was Aristotle. Aristotle was putting it to him.
Aristotle fucked Alexander the Great?
I bet it. I'm calling it.
I can see it.
I'm gonna Google it.
I love Nick Cage, but this This is honestly one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, yeah.
This is terrible. There's no plot. I still don't know what war they're fighting. It's just terrible. Half the voices are overdubbed. The other half are clearly not happy to be there talking in this movie. So wait, if you fuck someone with leprosy, does it make your dick fall off?
I forget what leprosy is. I thought it was like a skin disease.
It's
isn't
like
it?
where your finger falls off and shit.
Oh, shit.
That's what like armadillos have a lot. Armadillos got leprosy. So
What?
if you
So
start
don't fuck
touching
armadillo?
don't start rubbing up on armadillos in the wild. They'll fucking take your fingers, bro.
Nice. Now. Oh, now he's freaking out.
He's like, God, this movie is so bad.
Now he thinks he's got leprosy. That was before AIDS.
I didn't fucking read the outline. I had no idea what's going on in this movie.
He's got a toothache and leprosy.
Then it just starts raining. Just out of nowhere, you got leprosy. Now it's a monsoon in the middle of fucking Africa in the desert.
Nice. Yeah, it is like lesions and shit.
I don't want them hands touching my dick, you know? Oh, he caught something! He caught something for raping that girl. That's what you get, Nick Cage. I'm gonna start calling him Nicolas Cage.
Ooh. I wonder if he even remembers doing this movie.
I was about to say, look how big his eyes are, but I'm like, his eyes are always fucking huge. That's Nick Cage. That could just be him reading the script, and he's like, yeah, okay.
Yep, swollen lymph nodes. That's it.
It goes, I've heard this music before too. It's
Karate Kid.
I'm not even bullshitting. It might be in Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
It really might be.
It's
Enter
got to
the
be
Dragon
real
with
close to
Bruce
some
Lee.
Karate the Kid shit,
This
too.
sounds like late '80s karate movie music. You know what I'm saying? You play Scarface music, then you play Karate Kid music, and you're in Africa, so you're missing both demographics. So I don't understand what's going on here.
Uh-oh, it's the little boy that's following him.
All I know is if you fuck Nick Cage, she
That
looks
kid-
just like Michael Jackson right there.
That kid kind of looks
That
like...
looks just like Michael Jackson, like right when he first turned, like
I kinda
right-
thought he was doing
This is
blackface.
like, you ever see a Thriller video?
What?
The Thriller video?
Yeah.
That looks like Michael Jackson Thriller video. Does it not?
Uh-oh, it is his sister. You're right.
It sounds like it too.
Why does she wear a white turban?
Mariam does not live in village anymore.
Because she's sick! She's sick! Isn't that it?
That dude has no idea what's going on right now.
Ooh, she wasn't in the village because she was sick. Ooh.
Who got her sick? Dick Cage got her sick.
No. All right, Blake, so one of the questions we got to ask everybody, which I always fucking forget, is what's the first Nick Cage movie you ever remember seeing?
Well, This is gonna be a very generic answer, but it's probably National Treasure. Like the first
What
time
a
I realized
loser.
it was Nick Cage.
It's always, you can always tell by people's age. You're probably one of the younger ones that's been on here. If it's National Treasure,
And National Treasure 2.
a lot of them will be Con Air or Face Off. Mine's always
I've never seen either of those.
really no shit. Well,
Or
we did it on
Ghost
the
Rider.
podcast. You should watch the podcast. No, Raising Arizona is like the first one I remember seeing, like on TV when I was a kid, but never really watched the whole thing. And then it probably would be Con Air or Face Off from there, in the mid '90s. Those were like when you were born. I think Con Air's '95.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, Nick Cage is one of those actors who's just, you gotta be in the mood. Because there's different Nick Cage movies, but it's weird because, like, there's different moods, but every time you know what you're getting.
Have you ever seen 8mm? You'll probably have to, well, you'll have to watch that one, but I think we're going to save that towards the end because it's one of my favorite Nick Cage movies. It's got Joaquin Phoenix in it.
I've actually heard of that movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, so.
It's got, what's the guy from Sopranos?
I know it has, fuck. Is it James Gandolfini?
Yeah, James Gandolfini, yeah. Yeah, James Gandolfini's in it.
Yeah, it
Joaquin
is, it
Phoenix is
is.
in it. Nick Cage. It's a really interesting movie because it's
I'm just like, I don't really want to watch, like, a good movie because I get, like, way too into it.
yeah. This one's got some freaky shit in it too. It's kind of like
It's just a bad movie. It's just a terrible
Oh, this
movie.
one? Oh, I know.
This should have never been made. They just scrapped this. Hey, let's
But Nick
send
Cage-
Nick Cage to Zimbabwe and have him rape a couple girls.
Yeah, I can't believe they filmed in Zimbabwe. That's
When it's on location, that makes it worse because, like, you can tell that girl is from Zimbabwe.
you could never. That little black kid saluted him. That's hilarious.
It's terrible. This looks like Palm Beach in Miami right here, but you can tell most of it was Zimbabwe.
I wonder if they fake that or if they're really people.
This
that are
looks like straight like Grand Theft Auto Vice City right here. You know.
Oh, the vibes there. I mean, South Africa is probably pretty nice.
Whenever I see palm, I don't think does South Africa actually have palm trees. That's a question I do not know
They
the
might
answer
in
to.
South Africa. It's probably. I mean, right there by the equator. I don't know why it wouldn't. I don't know if South Africa's by the equator. Now that I think about it.
It's Central Africa, but it's like South Central. Most of Africa's north of it, but it's
Yeah.
like pretty much right through Ethiopia is where the equator runs.
Yeah. Who knew one of the most offensive comedians around knows so much about animals and the equator and geography and shit?
Interesting, man. I love
you-
shit like I love hard science.
Oh, yeah.
It's like what lives here, this lives here. You know.
Do you have a favorite Nick Cage movie that you've seen so far?
Like I said, it's a cop-out answer, but it is the first National Treasure. I really do
yeah.
think that's the best Nick Cage
I mean, it is a
movie.
good movie. I like it.
I do think the first National Treasure is the best Nick Cage movie.
Yeah.
I really do think it is.
They, I love it when they fuck
all
with
due
history like
respect,
that.
Ghost Rider, it kind of fucking sucked. So I'm going the first
Ghost
National
Rider.
Treasure.
I hate Ghost Rider,
The first National Treasure.
the
You can go leave it in Las Vegas, but he wasn't even playing a role. That was
That
just
was
Nick
nuts,
Cage.
yeah.
They just filmed him in a hotel room
we
with a
watched
hooker for a
that,
few
and it
days.
was weird.
Let's get it up.
Yeah, and that's the chick from Karate Kid too. If you want to see her, you want to see the chick from Karate Kid fucking say, "Do you want to do me in the ass?" You're like, "What? What?"
Is that Elizabeth Shue?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, the language in that movie, you're just like, "Holy fuck!"
It's a decent movie, but like I said, Again, it's a cop-out answer, but I really do think the first National Treasure is the best Nick Cage movie.
I watched that
I don't think I don't see how you can put anything else above it.
Yeah.
I really don't.
So
Even the supporting cast, they got John Voight. They got who played his love interest? I can't remember her name.
I don't remember.
I can see her face. I can't remember her name. But yeah,
I actually on somebody posted. Of course, I always get Nick Cage shit out the ass on Instagram and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody put a picture of when they were filming it. It was Nick Cage, Harvey Keitel, and John Voight and all them were taking a picture together.
Yeah.
And in the comments, I was like, "There's a couple of bad lieutenants in that one." Because Harvey Keitel's the original bad lieutenant.
I would have been like, "Hey, Shia LaBeouf dug the holes."
Yeah.
This is what I would have like.
But yeah, Harvey Keitel was the original bad lieutenant, and Nick Cage has one called Bad Lieutenant Port of New Orleans. And the Nick Cage's stand-in commented on it and just put And I was like, "Holy shit! Did Nick Cage's stand-in just fucking comment on my comment?"
Get fired as a stand-in real quick, fucking quick.
I said, "How did you?" I was like, "Holy shit! Did Nick Cage's stand-in just comment on my comment?" And he goes, And I was just like, "Holy shit!"
That's fucking badass. Though.
Yeah, it was cool.
But if I was a manager, I'd been like, "Why are you acting like you're Nick Cage right now? You're fired."
Yeah, he was Nick Cage's stand-in for like 10 years.
Shop.
Yeah,
that's definitely what's his face.
It's definitely an Aryan race motherfucker right there.
I've seen him a bunch of times in movies.
I don't know what kind of movies you've been watching.
I actually do watch. I actually am a fan of like. Well, I guess he's Italian. I don't even know if he's Italian. I think he's French because I watch a lot of French movies. And I feel like I've seen him in like French extremist movies.
I can't do I tried watching I'll watch movies and stuff with subtitles from Thailand and shit all the time. It doesn't bother me.
From someone who's watched a lot of subtitles, Apocalypto is by far the best subtitle movie ever. It's not even close.
Right.
Not even close.
I don't know. I do.
Not even close.
Ong Bak's pretty fucking good. But if you're into a martial artist movie.
Even close.
But
stakes are different.
Yeah.
It's a completely different genre. You're getting killed by a goddamn jaguar.
Yeah.
And your pregnant wife's in a hole in the ground, drowning.
Yeah. Now,
that's a badass.
I cannot watch it if it is in Portuguese or French.
No,
I cannot. There's something about that language that I just like.
Well, first of all, I don't watch any the dub stuff. Because I just want to see the subtitles. I don't care.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
I just want to because they actually get it close the Native American language. They really do. The word they use for jaguar is the actual word they use in Brazil for jaguar.
But
it's just fucking amazing.
But Portuguese to me just sounds like you're speaking Spanish with a French accent. And
that's why I love Apocalypto because it's they didn't try to make it in a language. They just we're gonna give you this native language and we're gonna put subtitles and you're gonna like it.
Shout out to Mel Gibson.
That's the best Mel Gibson movie in my opinion, to be completely honest.
Dude, he doesn't miss.
I really think it is.
When he's directing and
when he is not in the movie, they're amazing.
Well,
they're fucking
I don't know.
amazing.
Braveheart is the shit. Patriot's the shit. Patriot is just Braveheart, but in a different time.
Braveheart's a classic. Braveheart's a classic.
But Patriot is Braveheart, but at a different time period is all it is.
Signs. I love Signs.
Signs. I mean, the fact that water kills the aliens is pretty fucking stupid.
That's the thing. Signs is one of the most subtle.
Oh shit! Nick Cage is shooting him. He's a terrible shot.
Damn. But I was gonna say, Signs is subtly one of the best troll movies of all time. It's one thing you don't really know because it's so intense when you watch it. When you go back and water kills the aliens and they're just looking under the door with a fucking knife.
Joaquin Phoenix and we just 10 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Mel Gibson is wrapping his head up like a Hershey's Kiss, and we're thinking this is a serious movie. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. He seems pretty nuts. I mean,
in my opinion,
if you listen to the phone calls that his girlfriend recorded, have you heard those?
I hope you get raped, but it's one of those things I never say the M or the hard R, but you can't recount the Mel Gibson voicemail without saying it.
And then I think he goes at the Jews at the end, which is probably why he got canceled.
He opens it up with, I hope you get raped by a pack of, what.
Yeah.
It's just like,
But I think that's why we haven't got an Apocalypto 2, you know?
Which I think is the best opener in comedy history. Is how we get raped by a pack of.
Oh, that's like Daniel Tosh is getting in trouble for when that lady goes, rape is never funny. He's like, wouldn't it be funny if 5 guys raped her right now? We're going to get this fucking podcast is going to be rough.
Love Daniel Tosh.
We're not going to be able to fucking release this one. Like, they said rape 99 times.
Bro, I literally had a joke where I just, it wasn't even really a rape joke. I just said the word rape twice. Mm-hmm. And I feels like that's too many times saying it within a 20-second period.
Yeah.
So I say rape, and then the second time I literally say sexually assaulted. Just because I feel you can't hear the word. It's just.
Was it in my van joke?
I actually heard a really good analogy not too long about stand-up comedy about all the PC stuff.
Yeah.
It's you gotta think of stand-up comedy kind of like the National Football League.
Yeah.
They're gonna implement these new rules. And it's going to seem really shitty and really pussy, and everyone's going to bitch. But a few weeks later, you adapt to them. Yeah. Or you fucking get kicked out of the league.
Yeah, that's what I was telling somebody too. Instead of actually saying rape in my joke, I say your date's not very big on consent. That's
what I'm saying. It's one of those things. I didn't even want to say the word, but it was kind of integral to make the joke work with the timing. You had to have that one syllable word right there.
That was an alternative to. It was your that date's going to end in sex whether you want it to or not. Sometimes, if I'm at a place where I worry about saying that, I'll go, your date's not big on consent.
It's one of those things where every time I hear a comic talk about PC culture, I immediately know they're not a good comic. That's like the measuring stick for me. Because I don't think dark comedy should be easy. I think you should be walking a tightrope, and if you fall off, you should get fucking hurt, and you realize how to reword your joke so it's a decent joke.
Don't take advice from Blake. He almost has people wanting to fight him when he gets off stage.
Speaking the truth right now, we're not talking about Nick Cage raping black girls all over the place.
I've almost had to make the switch to bouncer a couple times.
Also speaking the truth.
Honestly, though, I think it was your manatee joke that almost made a fat chick in a dress.
That's the thing. Because I'm a big Anthony Jeselnik fan, and I've listened to his podcast, and he said the joke he's got the most blowback about is
the shark one.
No.
Oh.
It's him joking about his girlfriend looking like her mom. You ever heard that joke?
No, I don't. I've seen all of the specials.
I went out with my girlfriend one time, and I woke up the next morning and I was like, "Look, baby, I don't want to make you mad or anything, but I think your mom tried to have sex with me last night." And she was like, "Anthony, that's impossible." And I was like, "Oh, in that case, you should always wear makeup." And that was literally he literally said in the middle of dead baby jokes and 9/11 jokes, that was the joke that got the most negative response. Just because women are fucking pussies.
His show got canceled. His show got canceled over that shark bit. Because
it doesn't make offensive, yeah.
Yeah, well,
that was an international thing where he was getting death threats. Yeah. He was getting death threats from a whole country.
Yeah, a kid in Australia got eaten by a shark or some shit.
But I'm just saying, in general in stand-up, he said that's the joke he's gotten the most blowback about. Yeah. Was just talking about women's bodies.
No, I never really. I don't think I've ever had anybody really complain to me about one of my jokes.
Yeah, if I complained about how small my dick was every time I got on stage, I'd be broke because my dick is huge. But look,
I know when guys are up there my dick's so small. I'm all right.
I'm honestly I'm kind of the mindset I don't even really like self-deprecating humor. It's kind of just a cop out. You just want the audience to feel bad for you almost. Yeah. And get cheap laughs. But I'm telling them,
I wrote. So I didn't really. This joke. Me and my dad were just talking. And this joke just kind of happened. But I was telling my dad. I was my son was 2 or 3, and he was every time he'd go take a piss, he'd just strip down butt naked, and then you'd have to chase him around the house butt naked.
Butters in the urinal?
Yeah. Okay. But I was dropping my kid off at my dad's house. I was hey, if he goes and pees, he's probably gonna be running around butt naked. Don't be alarmed, but he has a huge dick. I was like, and then my dad was like, I was like they're gonna be asking questions about it and stuff, but it's fine. And my dad was like, don't worry, I had to do the same thing when you were little. He's like, but my dad goes, but I had to tell everybody the truth that you got your big dick from your mom.
The fucked up thing is, my sister, this is a few years back, but she like just had a baby girl, and she was like at like a public pool one time, and apparently while they're at the pool, they saw a baby boy who had one of the biggest dicks they'd ever seen in their life.
Dude, my little.
Yeah, so they're like, hey, they told their daughter like, hey, you know, that's the guy right there.
My youngest brother, when he was born, like when he was just born, me and my little brother were like, are his balls okay? Like, he was a newborn with the giant balls. I was just like, what the hell?
Yeah, everyone, like, it's kind of embarrassing to talk about, but when my mom was pregnant, everyone thought I was going to be a girl. Because,
Nice.
Yeah, I had underdeveloped testes.
Oh, shit.
I have small balls.
You know, apparently they could tell, like, just from the ultrasound.
Yeah, that's how I fucking found out.
Yeah,
That's why they thought I was going to be a girl.
yeah, because no shit, my son, she was like, oh, he's a boy.
And then I popped out with these tiny balls, this huge dick. And I was getting
It's
out.
good for
I was getting
aesthetics.
out.
By the way, what happened to you the other night?
It sounds more German than Italian.
Well,
It really does.
this dude's got a real Hitler.
looks
He's got a
German.
real Hitler look to him.
That's like-
That last dude that he shot at was
and
a
the
real.
spaghetti looks like shit. That's how I know it's not Italian.
See, I bet this is filmed in Spain. That's probably why the spaghetti looks like shit.
Actually, it does look like a Spain because they got that harbor
That's
right
where
there.
it was
with the island
filmed,
across.
Spain and Zimbabwe. That's my motherland there. He's speaking Spanish, everybody. Carrying shit in.
So, real talk. Do you know the plot of this movie?
Well, it was the toothache. It was the toothache. Now it's leprosy. So he's supposed to be going on leave.
What war are they fighting right now?
It's they're conquering Ethiopia.
What war did that?
They legit colonized Ethiopia.
Okay.
Italy colonized Ethiopia,
I
and
can see
Germany helped Ethiopia with weapons and shit.
I can tell by the accents.
Yeah. But that it was only they were.
That looks like Hitler's right hand man.
There's a
right
real Russia kind of deal going on, like what we got going on now, where Germany was spitting titties, but Germany.
There's titties right there.
I know, that's what I said. Titties. Can't see them very good, but
Oh, there it is.
those are Nigerian. See, those aren't Ethiopian. But
I'm pretty sure they're Algerian, but
Yeah.
I'll let it slide.
I think that would be different tan. But no, yeah, Germany was supporting Ethiopia to hurt Italy, to make Italy go along with them taking over the motherfucking world. Because Italy was like, chill on taking over Poland and shit. And then after they supported Ethiopia, they were like,
I mean,
all
they're
right,
an easy target.
all
though.
right, take over Poland, whatever. And then Hitler was like, well, we're going to need you to conquer all these African and Middle Eastern countries while I'm over here fighting in Europe.
Now that looks like Africa.
Yeah, they're back to
That's
Africa.
straight Zimbabwe.
I'm surprised, why don't we get a good Liberian movie? Nice back to Africa Frederick Douglass movie. That's never.
Well, mostly because Frederick Douglass is not from Africa, but also
No, he led the
because-
back to Africa program.
Huh?
He was trying to get slaves to move back to Africa, to Liberia. There was
Yeah.
an American colony.
But wasn't he born in America?
Yeah,
As
he
a
was born in
slave?
America. But he was trying to get them to go back.
If you've ever been to Africa, I've heard it fucking sucks.
Yeah, oh, that's the
they got
thing is-
malaria, mosquitoes.
Oh, yeah.
They got crocodiles, lions.
Well, that's the thing is
And
they
that's not
immediately.
even. You know the most dangerous animal in Africa, right? Like by far, it's not even close.
What, a snake?
Hippo.
Oh, yeah, hippos, yeah. Oh, Nick Cage narrating Nick Cage. Fuck.
His facial expressions when he's talking is so stupid.
But no, the funny thing
He's
about
always
that.
smoking a cigarette and looking like slightly off into the distance.
Yeah.
Just slightly.
But the funny thing about the Back to Africa program was it immediately got racist because they were.
How does it not? Back to Africa?
Well, it was all the African Americans versus the Liberians.
Let's
like,
go
so-
back to Africa, but let's make it really nice this time.
Yeah.
And inclusive. No one's gonna watch that movie. I want Nick Cage saying the N-word, raping black girls. Just what I want.
Bastards are coming to haunt it this afternoon.
The hell?
What is that?
Ethiopians on horses?
I guess it's our horses. I'm about to say, what the fuck would they have that looks like that?
Yeah, you're not outrunning anybody in that truck.
The fucked up thing is, it's basically kind of what happened in America. It's like, let's get all the Indians when they're in a big group. And on horses, eradicate them. Do you know that was like actually the main reason they hunted the buffalo to near extinction?
To not let them not have food?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the Native Americans depended on it. So they knew
Yeah.
if they killed them out, the Native Americans would have to rely on them.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, I've seen Young Guns.
I've seen No Pain, No Gain. I've seen Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Oh, yeah?
I saw him climb out of the rhino. He knows what's up. No, it's really fucked up, bro. America is like one of the most fucked up places really in the world.
Wait, what'd you just say?
Besides like Asia.
Besides, like, every other country?
Besides like Asia.
No, South
But
America.
I just mean like how we acquired America.
Oh,
If that makes any sense.
That's the. I mean, the conquistadors and South
We literally
South
have
American
a trail
Mexico.
of tears.
Yeah, but that's
What other
not.
country has a trail of tears?
There's the Southern Hemisphere that all speak Spanish and Portuguese.
Only one continent in the southern hemisphere even speaks Spanish. It's South America. Africans speak African.
No,
Indians
Argentinians speak Spanish.
Who?
Argentina.
That's in South America.
Yeah, that's what. What'd you say?
I said only one continent speaks Spanish in the South Hemisphere. Because you got South America, Africa, Asia, and Australia.
Well, North America has
And
Spanish
South America is actually the place where the least amount of people live.
You have North America, South America. Then you have the Philippines.
They don't speak Spanish over there.
In the Philippines? Yeah, it was a Spanish colony.
I thought it was a French colony.
No, it's Spanish. That's where the Spanish and American War was fought.
I guess what was French? Wasn't it like the French Polynesians, something like that?
They were there before the Spanish, I believe. They were fighting. They were both there.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was French. Like they mostly speak
I
French
think
and Portuguese, don't they?
No, they speak Spanish there in the Philippines. Spain had it for longer, I believe.
Australia has this weird language that I don't think is different from English, but it sounds different from English.
Oh, yeah, I can't understand it.
Fucking crook. I'm gonna report you. No, you won't.
I charge you with stealing for the fucking army!
Ooh, overacting.
It's like my principal, when I accuse him of touching me, he's like, that's insane. No way it's going to hold up. He just shoot him? No, he fired a shot in the air.
He hasn't
Okay.
shot anybody on purpose.
He shot a warning shot in the air. I just heard a gunshot.
Yeah. He just
I feel like he has no aim.
he's accidentally shot one person and then missed shooting a person and then did a warning shot. I'm confused on what the goal is. I thought he was trying to keep him from
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what they're fighting this war for. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, I don't think the war has anything to do with it. I think that's just where they're at.
But that's like the whole like setting.
Yeah.
So that's like the overarching story. So if there's no story to that, then it's just
no, nothing's going on with that.
You just have Nick Cage.
Nick Cage
being mean to black people in their native habitats. What else is there?
He got leprosy.
Not for real, but he did really for real fake rape that girl, and she was not into it for real.
You don't know what happened behind the scenes.
They keep playing the Scarface music from right before his friend got his that chainsaw to the arm.
It also reminds me of Bloodsport a little bit.
I never saw Bloodsport.
What?
Bro, this is like literally the exact same Scarface movie when he went in the fucking house and then he came out and the dude was getting chainsawed in the bathroom.
I don't think this. I don't think this is on any gangster's wall. I don't think they have a freaking Time to Kill poster on their wall.
Because they had better movies that came out 7 years earlier in Scarface or 20 years earlier in The fucking Godfather.
Shout out to Cubans.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Cockroach.
I can't even have a fucking little baby with her, man.
And I'm pretty sure he's Italian, right?
A fucking womb so he's Cuban. It's a fucking womb so polluted.
No, the actor,
maybe in real life,
yeah,
but in the movie he's Cuban.
Yeah, I know he's supposed to be Cuban.
Is he actually Italian in real life?
I'm pretty sure.
Al Pacino's Italian?
Yeah. I mean, his last name's Pacino. It's got to be.
That's one of those I have to look up. Because that might be Spain, it might be Italy. I don't know Europe that well.
Well, he plays Italian in every other movie.
All I know is he was not in Apocalypto.
Those two interchange. The Cubans and Italians in movies, because Joey Diaz has been Italian in almost every movie he's been in.
First of all,
and he's 100% Cuban.
Joey Diaz is one of the greatest comedians who's ever lived.
Yeah.
Period in the story. He's one of those people you can just hear talk. I can listen to Joey Diaz talk for like 4 hours straight.
Oh, dude, when he
no jokes, no punchlines, just listen to him talk for 4 hours straight, and I'll be wanting more. He's
when
so
he starts
fucking
whispering,
great, man.
Listen here, cocksuckers.
Listen here, you fucking cocksuckers.
Yeah. I love how he signs off, "Stay black."
First of all, Joe Rogan does the best Joey Diaz.
He tells everybody, "Stay black."
Listen here, you fucking cocksuckers. There's very few people. He reminds me of I don't know if you're a big like Ali Sadiq fan.
I've watched. I don't know if I finished his new special, but I've watched like half of it.
I actually have not watched his new special. I've been meaning to. I've really been meaning to.
It's kind of interesting because I think he's not using a mic and he's sitting down in a lot of it.
He's just like him and Joey are just such like. Even if there's no comedy involved, no jokes, you can listen to them talk for just like an hour straight and just be entertained. You know what I'm saying? So
I started to watch the Bill Hicks documentary again yesterday, and I was like, I don't think I should do this.
Bill Hicks.
You can't get away with the shit like he was doing today.
You can.
Not because it's just not as funny. I don't think it would be funny. I don't think that holds up.
Like, he was the first person who kind of brought attention mainstream to the government's fucking you. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because he was always talking about the oil companies and everything and the cigarette industry, and he's talking about all the drugs and how they have all the psychedelics illegal. So he was the first person. He was like, if Terrence McKenna was a comedian, it'd be Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I had a lot of good times on drugs.
And he has some actually like really good, just well written fucking jokes too, with amazing punchlines.
Yeah. But then, you hear about him just being a total psycho and walking a whole room and shit sometimes too.
You have to be that way.
And then
You can't be revolutionary without walking rooms on a consistent basis. And that sounds kind of counterintuitive, but you really can't. Like the same thing with Patrice O'Neal. Like when he was doing shows, he would be like, "Yeah, every other show I would walk like half the fucking room."
I can see it at like comedy clubs, but like when he's doing theaters, that shit ain't happening. But
Well, I assume by the time you're doing theaters, people are coming to see you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he was walking half the people in fucking theaters or anything like that.
Yeah, comedy clubs would be tough.
Yeah. It's tough coming up when you do that kind of style.
Yeah.
Because the only people who laugh are like the comedians and a few older people in the back who kind of get what you're saying. It's kind of like how I see Caleb a little bit. You know, Caleb Hickerson?
Yeah.
He does have a little bit of that I would say a little bit more Sam than Bill Hicks. A little more Sam Kinison than Bill Hicks. But he does have that kind of like political slant on it.
Yeah.
And he wants to talk about what he feels is going on in the world.
Yeah.
Whether you want to hear it or not. He seems like one of those people who really wants to get his thoughts out.
Yeah.
Which I again, you can't respect that enough. That's why I love him.
Dude, I've got some like full blown written shit that I haven't. I was like, I don't know if I have the balls to fucking do this because I'm gonna piss off. One's about teachers. I was like, I'm gonna piss off a lot of people with this one.
Which one was that? You had to kind of, because you're like, I love your joke writing, but you kind of like. You're like a political comedian, but you're not at the same time. You almost like blur the line.
I take a political like topic, and then dance on both sides of the fence.
Yeah,
and I don't go too far.
I feel like a lot of times, like people in the audience they don't really know if you're actually taking a stance or not.
Right? Yeah.
If that makes any kind of sense.
And I'm not. That's the whole point.
Which I get, because that's what I'm saying. Like I have jokes about So but you approach it like you're so well put together. Just like as a human being, that when you approach it, you sound like you're about to say something that's going to change the way people think, and then it's just Well, trying not to come on the little rascal's face on my wife tits.
Well, that one's...
Which, by the way, is one of the... I think is a fucking amazing joke.
Yeah, that's one of the first jokes I ever... Face. Yeah, that's one of the first jokes I've ever wrote. But, I've got school shooter jokes, I've got a weird medical marijuana joke, a porn addiction joke. Those are some of my best ones. So, they're not... super common, easy topics to do because one, most people take the super easy, obvious take on them, and I'd definitely go the other way. But I've been working on one about how like substitute teachers and how bullshit that is. And like the government spends $1 billion a year on substitute teachers, and
I did not know that
1 in 10 students will be assaulted by a faculty member at the school between it's like 1 in 10 between the kindergarten and 12th grade. Like 1 out of 10 will.
We had, I think, 3 different coaches who got fired for sleeping with students.
Yeah.
When I was in high school.
Yeah.
It was like 3 within like a 4-year period.
Yeah. Was it the same girl or
no? It's 3 within a 4-year period in a town that has less than 1,000 people.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's happening out there pretty regularly.
Yeah. It's 1 in 10 kids will experience abuse by a teacher or a faculty member
do you know,
between kindergarten and 12th grade. This is actually
fucked up. Do you know the position that they're in the most often when they do that?
What
do you know like what position they work
like
at
teacher?
For the school?
Oh, probably a coach, I would imagine.
It's I don't know if every school has this, but with our school is the ISS teacher.
Oh, really? Well,
teacher who does the in-school suspensions.
That's where the sluts are going to be.
Well, because a lot of people they'll graduate high school and they won't really do shit, but they'll get really buff and come back to school and just get hired as the ISS teacher. Yeah, that happened in our school. Yeah, it's just fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, the bad kids that have probably been abused and shit, probably good targets there.
I've not seen all of Nick Cage's movies, but if this is not in the bottom 3, you're doing your list wrong.
And like my 14-year-old daughter's been like she got.
Has she watched this?
No, But she
Thank God.
she got in trouble for like having a tear in her pants at school. Like they made her put a duct tape over
like
there.
it was up high, and it was
Yeah,
like,
and I
you're
was like-
distracting the other stuff.
I was like, they're worried about teachers, not boys. They're not worried about teenage boys knocking up these girls.
I stared at
They're
way more hard teacher nips than I
Yeah.
did at fellow classmate
Yeah.
thigh gaps. when I
Yeah,
was in
they are
school.
trying to keep the teachers from fucking these
You
kids.
just like, hey, like teacher, can you turn the AC down a little bit?
Yeah.
You know, and then on your breath, like, so them titties can get hard.
Yeah.
That's overacting.
yeah. Don't ever leave me again.
If that wasn't that one. You got choked in the whole scene, I think.
Oh, this whole time he's been doing all this bullshit and he's not even sick.
Yeah, the toothache was. I knew that from the opening scene. He didn't have toothache.
No, not the toothache, leprosy.
No, I still know what this movie's about, man. Does he have toothache?
His hand he thinks he has leprosy on his hand
Why?
because the chick that he raped he thinks she had leprosy. Because that guy told him all the chicks with the white turbans have leprosy. He said, hey, don't fuck the ones with white turbans, they have leprosy.
And then he did.
Well, he had already done it.
Okay. I've not been paying attention. But in my defense, this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. He's like, thanks for giving me leprosy, bitch. Now I'm about to choke you to death. I think that's what's going to happen. No, never mind.
No, I mean, you need to get together and do some joke writing together since we have kind of similar styles.
We do, because I have a fucking roast battle at the end of the month.
Do you?
So,
I love writing
well,
roast
the thing
jokes.
is, like, it's because I've never even heard of a roast battle like this. It's there's, I don't know how exactly we're doing it, but it's like it's like 3 rounds, but you're going up against the same person every round.
Yeah.
So the first, because I talked to him, the first round was like, I think just 5 straightforward jokes.
Yeah.
And the second round was like a 90-second just rapid fire jokes and get off. And I'm like, how does that? Like,
I've seen them do that on Roastmasters. I think that's how they do it.
It's with all due respect, it seems like a shitty way to do a roast battle. It's almost like you're giving like a pass to people who, you know, kind of fall on brevity and obvious jokes.
Yeah.
Because like, if you're doing a roast battle with people who aren't famous, the most obvious thing you can joke about is their appearance, because that's what people are going to see.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't know this person personally. They don't know, because me and Benji talk, but I'm like, the people in the roast battle aren't going to know this shit about you unless I put it in the joke before I make the punchline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just...
Are you roasting Benji?
Yeah, that's who I have.
That's awesome.
But I'm like, there's literally like, at everybody in the roast battle, there's only one girl, and I get her. Because I guess I'm the meanest person.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I mean, yeah, you got to go at the sweetest little cute girl there is.
Women get there. I honestly, like, even if I have the best jokes, I don't see Benji losing. I really don't. Because if I have great jokes, they're gonna be mean, and if they're too mean, she's gonna get kind of the sympathy vote.
Yeah.
So there's really like a kind of not really a win in it for me. To be honest.
So he took her dad to her body. And he almost whacked him with a stick, but didn't. Now he's healing his hand.
Yeah, I got a few jokes. I had one joke that I wrote about her that was like, she dresses like she's a love child of Jay and Silent Bob. You know, she's got like Jay's sex appeal and unfortunately not Bob's voice. That was my joke. But again, like, it's just, roast battles are weird because I feel like you almost have to dumb them down a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because like people don't know about this person. So like, when like, because
I mean, a lot of them do
like,
generic. They do the same roast battle jokes for no matter who they're going up against.
It's just like, honestly, it is like just mostly the simple fact that people don't know this person beside what you tell them about that person. Because they've never seen this person before. They don't know who this person is unless they're their friend and they're going to vote for them anyway.
I don't remember if
it's just, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I don't remember if it was Zach Amico or somebody that he was battling. I think it was somebody who was battling, like her.
Who was battling?
Zach Amico was battling a girl. It was like a New York.
I don't know who
roast,
those people
It was
are.
a Roastmasters thing in New York.
Oh, okay.
But one of their like parents died in a fucking like plastic like a little swimming pool. Like, dude, that was fucking savage to go at him with that shit.
I had one joke that I couldn't tell if it was amazing or terrible. It was like I talked to Benji's husband, you know, and he told me they were together for 10 years, which I think is a really fucked up way to tell someone that how old your daughter is.
Yeah. Oh, Nick Cage, goofy laughing.
That is not an Italian accent. What are you doing?
Oh, the dude that took off with the truck died.
I did notice that. He wasn't doing shit anyway, you know.
No, that dude was a dick.
If you drive a truck in the military, they're waiting for you to die.
And he did that.
They're waiting for you to die.
He did do that sweet prank with the cigars, though.
Pick up all the people that are important and then die on the way, bringing them to us. You know.
Time to Kill. There's also
Is this the
Time
name
to
of the
Kill.
movie?
Yeah, Time to Kill was the name of the movie.
Oh, is this the credits? Oh shit!
Yeah, we got it.
What was the movie about? Still, I still don't know.
It was a
So the war.
Nick Cage was up to shenanigans.
So basically, what was the resolution in the movie?
He was fine the whole time. All that bullshit where he thought he had leprosy was not true. Just had a little cut on his hand and thought it was leprosy.
So basically, the premise of this movie is
He
Nick
just
Cage,
went home to his wife.
Nick Cage goes to Africa to kill a few black people, rape a couple black girls, and in the end find out he does not have leprosy.
Right. And he fixed that toothache. Now the real
I forgot about the toothache at the very beginning.
the real Shyamalan twist is he's gonna go home and give his wife AIDS now. So that's the twist.
But he's uncircumcised.
I'll try to have you back on for a good movie this next time. But so we got to get through these shitty ones too. I mean,
I like the shitty because it's one of those things like I want to talk and I feel good talking during a shitty movie because I've heard the dialogue. It's adding nothing to the movie.
Oh,
at all.
yeah.
You can watch this movie on mute and you'll get about what I got from it.
Nice. Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, we could have sat here and did the voices for him the whole time. That might have been a better podcast.
God, I wish I could do Nick Cage impression.
Oh yeah, somebody said that I'll sound like him, and I was like,
They would just all sound like Conor McGregor or Forrest Gump. Those are my two good impressions.
Yeah,
Conor McGregor and Forrest Gump.
I've been doing a new joke that you haven't heard. Where I do a redneck. Yeah, I do a redneck accent, and it's actually been going pretty good.
Who the fuck?
Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah. Oh shit! Well, do you have any upcoming shows or anything you want to plug?
I'll plug some shows. I got a roast battle, March 31st, at the Kava Bar.
Oh, nice.
And I'm pretty sure because Frisco's got putting it together, and I never have any idea what the fuck's going on. Even though they ask him what the fuck's going on, I think I might have one in Missouri, May 12th.
Nice.
Yeah, and if not, then you know what? Just come see me at Harps. I work at Harps. You know, come catch me. Harps on Garland. I'll tell you a joke, and then you can get the fuck out of my face because that's all I want.
All right. Adam is not funny on Instagram. Adam is not funny YouTube videos, Twitter, all that shit. Check it out, and we'll see you next time on the Cage Against the Machine podcast.
Adam is funny. Try to stick it enough.
I'm a smart ass. That's why.
I try to sneak that Adam is funny in there.
Nice.